Pisces, how you getting on, guys? How you doing? So we're gonna now look into your channeled messages, and then we're gonna try to go over your tarot reading of past, present and future. How have you been, Pisces? I haven't actually wrote much down for you apart from your love is lifting me higher than I've never been lifted before. I don't know if you're lifting something. Are you lifting? Being lifted? Lifted higher. They keep saying that you're going higher. So some of you could be to do with fire signs. Hopefully it's not hiring and firing, because I'm definitely being hired. That's what they say. I'm going higher and I'm going higher up. Some of you are going like a hierarchy or the matriarch. Or some of you could well be still having problems with parents. So we're going to leave that one for a start. But hiring, and I'm going higher, or I'm being hired. It's like I'm going higher and higher and higher and higher. So I'm also hearing hiring something out, meaning like it could be a hall or it could be a venue that you're hiring out. If you're looking at to get married or anything like that, you could be hiring something. You could be firing something as well. You could. So some of you are going to be, obviously it's going to be completely different. Some you might witness are getting fired for something, because they definitely keep saying around work, okay, either being hired or fired. But you could work for a hiring company that hires things, okay. So it would be cars, vehicles, vans. I'm picking up van again. So as any of you, obviously I'm a Pisces, right? So did you pick up in your last readings that I've done where I said van, vanity, van, it's in a van, or there is someone of interest in a van? Okay, and I was saying about all these companies and vans, and then all of a sudden I obviously you must have seen, if you haven't, please watch them, where I had a scare with the coronavirus, where it happened with me, where it was in the back of a van. And it meant that, you see, the thing with predictions is, Pisces, is that you can't change them, because they happen and you kind of hear it and you think, and then it just happens. So there is something to do with a hiring company, okay? Now, I don't know if you're being hired or fired. I really don't know, because I'm hearing again, wow, so they all relate in to Dodie fired, Aquarius. So I've just done Aquarius reading, okay, and a lot of things have been about fire, like a drill or a fire sign. But because of this now is saying about Dodie fired, was obviously a lot to do with the Queen and Prince Philip, of what I've kind of like channeled and said that's going on around Prince Philip. If you haven't known, watch the thing that's on Netflix. Okay, so it's something to around Dodie, which was Department of Defence, of offending, being offended. Okay, now, oh wow, so I really don't want to go on with these messages. What have we got for Pisces? No, we're not looking at Aquarius. There was something to do with offended and an offence, okay, but with that it was more of a sexual offence, okay. So some of you could be building fences. I don't know why. Fences. You could be a fence erector or a director. You could be a director of a company that builds things, okay, like, I don't know, it could be fences or houses or something, and you build them, okay. So, or build them. You bill them for whatever it is that you do or hire. You bill people for it, pretty much. You put in a bill, okay, and this is my bill for how much I've done. So a lot of this can be around where you work in construction. This would be for the men or women, right? Or you could work in the company for this, and you say, okay, this is for hire, and then once you've had that, we bill you for it, okay. So this would be like, I don't know, like a backyard tent, or a, what do you call them, like a real big tent, I forget what you call them, but you hire one out, and then a bit like a jumping castle or something, and you rent it out, okay, and then you pay for it piece by piece. So some of you could well have ordered a lot of stuff or be ordering a lot of stuff, and you're paying it off a little bit like a club book. For some of you, you work in places like this and you are hiring out vehicles, or you're hiring things out. okay? Or you're going to get hired in a company that also hires things, okay? That's all they keep saying is higher, 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 higher. I'm going higher. So some of you, you're going up into a plane, or you're going up into, because I am definitely picking up like a balloon, okay, and you're going up into a balloon. So also the social bubble that seems to be around the UK at the moment. So it could be around that, but you seem to be going higher for some reason, unless you're going up in a plane and you're going on holiday, or you're going up in an air balloon, because that's what they keep saying, like an air balloon. Air ambulance. Ooh. Oh, this is... Do you work for the NHS? Someone that works for an air ambulance? So that's helicopters and things like that. Why on earth am I channeling this for you, Pisces? An air ambulance. And people that go up, and then I'm seeing these people like, go, 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 and then they come down onto on like a ladder. Okay? So for some of you it's that, and for some of you I'm picking up like climbing the ladder, where you could have like a mortgage or something, or you are just about to rent something out, which would be more than likely a house or something like that, okay? And you're going up on the ladder, meaning you're just starting a mortgage and you've just bought a place, or you're saving for a house, and then you're going up on the ladder, which was what in terms that we would use in the UK of starting on the ladder of like owning a property or a building or a thing, okay? So you're going up, whatever it is, it feels like that you're definitely going up, and you're going up and up and up and up and up. That's all they keep saying. I really haven't got many messages for you, Pisces. They just keep saying up and up and up and up and away we go, away. So I really see people on this plane, and you know when it's kind of like just starting off, and then it go up and away. So we're away, we're gone, we're off. So there is something to do with that, but I really don't know if they're safe at the moment. So I don't know who's doing that about going on holiday. Because they keep saying up and away. I know I might sound a little bit crazy at the moment, Pisces, because I'm trying to give it time, keep speaking to keep people interested, and see what else I've got to channel for you. They're really ain't saying too much apart from hiring things. So you might be buying a lot of boxes came through. I forget which one it was, but it was to do with boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of things. So you're either boxing stuff up and you are physically moving, and it's because you're boxing it all up, you're sending it all up and away. Now you could even have like merchandise and things like that you're selling. You're like, okay, we've got it all, we're putting sellotape across it, we're putting the box in here, in here, in here, and in here, and then up and away, and it's gone. Okay, so some of that is like product value of things that you're buying and selling. So you could be like merchants. So you could have something to do with Libra. Okay, Libra is normally known as the merchant. Okay, so you could work for a Libra, okay, and it is to do with this, putting things in the back of a van, like a DBS company or something, okay, and all things go in the back of the van. It might be work like me with children. It's not boxes, it's pretty much children that go in the back of the van. But again, after what's happened, I am waiting yet to go back to work next week. It's very strange, you know. I don't know a lot of you, but if you've seen it, but because of that, I actually had a coronavirus test, and it came back negative, which is positive. Sorry, which is good news. But the poor child that I work for obviously had been positive. So I had to have a test, but I was okay. So it's things that are like either going into a company in a van, and it's all things that are being stacked and packed, and some of you it's like that you are on this timeline that you're actually sending products off and they're being shipped off to the other end of the world, or it's your children. Okay, some of you could have children or people and they are leaving. Like this is like watching them go and watching them leave, and it's like, okay, have you got this? Have you got your thermos? Have you got what? Have you got all of this stuff? And it's all been put into a box and it's labelled. I can see people like sellotaping something up and saying, okay, this is China. Okay, oh, wow, okay, so it's China. Okay, so I don't know if you're from the UK, this is merchandise and stuff. I don't know. In Britain, mainly, I know that our main benefactors are China, the people that we deal with the most. Also America. But because of the EU, a lot of that based around sort of China. Okay, so I keep picking up China in my hands. China in your hands. Like China in my hands. So it's either someone that is Chinese, And that has come up through different readings that I've just been doing. Someone that, like, because I picked up on, again, Aquarius reading is kind of coming through in your energy, where it was suing someone, or it was wanted like wasabi, or like Chinese food, or soup, or stewing on something. Okay, and it's kind of relating around the same kind of like reading and through an Aquarius, where it's now saying like China, 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 China. Keep saying China, 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 China. Again, that was a long while ago when I was saying that. That was coming up in a reading. China, 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 China. So I don't know if you make things out of China, like clay, like working with clay, or named clay. Have any of you seen 13? What is it? 13 not Stranger Things. 13 Things. I ain't going to tell you the ending if you haven't watched the last season, but the tapes. But again, I'm hearing clay or Clayton. Clayton, the name Clayton, or making clay, making hay. Could be to do with the horses, making hay, like loads of hay around horses and stuff. What has hay got to do with anything? So it could be to do with like bundles of hay. Bundles of hay? I mean, do you have a rabbit? Do you have a rabbit or a dog? Or, well, you won't have a dog. You won't be feeding a dog hay, right? So it's got to be horses. So it could have a lot to do with like, okay, so it could be the things that go on the back of a van, could be horses, and it's a horse and carriage. Oh, okay. Some of you could well be either like doing this as a job, or it's marriage and it's horse and carriage. So you could be wedding arrangers, that you arrange. I'm hearing the name Wayne, also Wayne Wibbler, Dwayne Wibbler, or Dwayne or Wayne, but I'm hearing like, it could be that you are a wedding arranger, and that you do this, and that you arrange like flowers and china, and that would be the things that you're ticking off and marking and setting all these things up. Okay, okay, Doris, you can sit there, and we'll arrange all of this for you. Don't worry, we've got the flowers, we've got the thermos, we've got thermostat, Therma and Louise. It could be Louise. Or it could be expecting child, possible. I'm really picking up on wedding arranging though, like either arranging flowers or arranging a lot of stuff around, and it's like, okay, we're arranging these people and we're arranging them. For some of you, like I said, it is wedding arranging, or horses and carriages and putting stuff on the back of vans and things. Okay, and it could be vanity, like Vanity Affair. So that would be obviously makeup and products and things that you're selling and buying and sending them off. Okay, I'm also picking up that you are sending someone off. So that would be like children and people, and sending them off on their way to school, or you have children and you're sending them off because they're getting married. So some of your children, they might be getting married, and you've set all this, and you're the one that's arranging it all, and you're seeing them off on their honeymoon, right? Honeymoon, because I'm picking up a honeymoon suite. Now, suing came through on that in Aquarius. So through this, it's coming through as sweet, like an ensuite, or a sweet that you have, like a sweet tooth. Oh dear, I've got, I have. But sweet, or someone that you know of that you're indicative with, cahoots with, is sweet. Like, I'm picking up on Chinese food, sweet and sour. I really am. Sweet and sour. Sweet and sour. Sweet and then sour. And then sour puss or sour puss. It could be Puss in Boots, which could be Leo energy. Sweet and then sour. And then sweet and then sour. And then sweet and then sour. It's sweets, like physical sweets that you're making. Right? Or it's you're buying furniture, which is a suite, an ensuite. Sweets. Wow, why on earth has this got to do with your... Well, I was going to say, what's it got to do with your life? Well, this is probably it. Right? This is probably your life, Pisces. So you're arranging things around. You could be into like feng shui, and you're moving stuff, a bit like this bedroom, really. It's a bit of a mess at the moment, but if you notice that the camera used to be pointing there at the bed that was here, and it is now over there, and I've now made this whole piece here into a studio, music studio. So that kind of thing, like moving stuff around, because I keep seeing loads of stuff being moved, like schedules being moved, things being moved, people being moved, rotors being moved, like, well, I can move that forward for you and I can move that back for you, and like the time slot of what we're going to do this is like I can arrange that time for you there. And I think time and arranging things is very prominent in your predictions for July, Pisces. So I think some of this is like scheduling. Now, it's obviously going to really relate to you if you're arranging people around, which could be to do with the marriages and stuff like that, that you're arranging a lot of stuff. Because I'm picking up flower arrangers and stuff. Power rangers as well, right? Do you deal in toys and antiques? Because I picked up on power rangers. Power, unless you're a power couple, but I don't throw that word around really. But power couple, power, like power. It's like, I have the power, which is, wow, that was an old Skeletor and He-Man. He-Man actually looked a little bit like my hair. Has anybody ever watched that? I don't know if it was a British TV show, but He-Man. And he's like, I have the power to pick up a flower, or whatever. Pick up flower, cooking. But yeah, I mean, I don't look nothing like him, but my hair does at the moment. I'm just waiting for another couple of 3 days for the hairdressers to open, brother, and I'm straight in there like mustard and have my hair cut. Trust me, they've been shut for months. So it could, okay. So they're saying that if you have shops and things like that, that you're getting all of this stuff prepared and ready to open, or you are, because the timeline now is sort of like towards the middle, towards the end of June. So I'm channeling these for the future. So timelines are going to be a little bit iffy, okay? Or you might be called iffy or effy, because I'm sorry, but Chinese food, you know, they used to say effing else, right? Is there effing else? So no offense, but that's just kind of like when you go to the Chinese shop, they go, is there anything else? Effing else? So very sweet. I'm picking up someone that's very sweet. I am very sweet. Yeah, I can see a grin on someone's face. Very sweet. Okay. But so come off that one. So what we were talking about, what was I channeling? What was I seeing? We was talking about the see, this is it. You see, I go off into a tangent and then I forget the message that was, because trust me, I'm an airhead. I have Gemini moon, so it's like gone. You got to catch it. Catchphrase: stop box, the stop box, a box, something to do with a box. Probably the Digitac. You might like the music that I'm doing, but a box, boxes again. It's come up in another reading. Please make sure you watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. But boxes. Okay, boxes. But what was I going on about, Steve? What were you? Cause I can hear. Okay, I can hear you guys shouting. You was talking about. What was I talking about before I said Effie? Because I'm like Tiffany, like handbags and glad rags, or Tiffany. I'm gonna have to forget the message because I can't remember it. But because I'm picking up like memory, the memory of something, like the memories at the corner of my mind. But some sort of like memory, like repeating of memory, like it's all logged into a memory. So I mean, it's going to relate to me to these boxes, like programming things into a box, and then the box starts to talk to you as you talk to it. So it's a talk box. Talk. You could have something to do with the internet provider, but talking box, the talking heads, the talking heads. Does anybody like the talking heads? Well, I'm trying to think what the song was, but the talking heads. Why are heads talking? Well, heads are twerking and turning. Someone's head is turning. It's like, ooh, you turn my head. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record player, baby, right round. Some kind of like record player. And it's like on eat, read, eat, sleep, read, repeat. And it just goes around and around and around. And it's like, right? So definitely picking up on like itchy and scratchy or scratching something. Oh, okay. I wonder if anybody's got a rash. Hopefully not. Oh, a rack of something. You could have a nice rack. Someone could well have a nice rack of something. Like I don't know, this could even be a music rack. Or from a rack, or someone that has a nice rack in certain ways. Okay. Boxes. So that was it. We was going on about boxes, weren't we? Because I keep, because in Britain we used to go, what was it? Small box, large box, box, like all that sort of stuff, right? Big box, small box, big box, small box. botch, moch, like moch, the name march, merchant, or merchant, again a merchant, merchandise or merchant, definitely to do with Libra energies, right? But even if it's not, it's merchandise, or whatever it is that you have to offer, you're selling it. It's buying and selling, okay? Wow, so that's come out of nowhere. Literally for you, we had your love's lifting me higher than I've ever been lifted. Because I'm seeing people making like statues of the, what was it, the Liberty, Statue of Liberty, or Libby, the name Libby, or Abby, or something, Libyan. You could be from Lithuanian. Hi. There's a lot of people from Lithuania actually here in the UK. Oh, actually, I know somebody. I know somebody. She is Lithuanian. I very much doubt that you're watching, but she does know of this channel. She works in the. She does, well, these, and she has, because we used to go over astrology. I used to go in there and buy my vape stuff, and the couple that are together are great, and her partner is Libra actually, but she is Virgo. And she has Pisces in Venus, I think. Pisces in Venus. But she's Lithuanian. Yeah, so how does that relate to you guys? Probably not at all. But I'm hearing the talking heads or turning heads. Like some people's heads just turn. Okay, because I'm picking up either statues or is it Liberty. Libyan, from Libyan. Libyan? I don't know. Ad-libbing or something? An interpreter. she is. I take the mick out of her all the time as well. I haven't seen her for ages because of all the coronavirus and shock and stuff. But I used to go in and say, oh God, I listen, and I know exactly what she's saying. But I used to take the mick out of her and say, what are you on about? I don't understand you. What? And she used to, it's just a ribber. Well, she's Lithuanian. I think she speaks great English. So I think it is a lot to do with translating. You could be a translator, or the person that with could be a hater. Oh, you've got haters. No, we don't want the haters, Pisces. We don't like haters, do we? Haters, or the name hater, the actual name hater. Or I hate her. Oh dear. Okay, your messages are changing. I hate her. I'm thinking Axnell. So hater. So someone's probably Russian or German or something because I'm hearing hail. Oh no, we don't want that word, right? Someone's someone is like Hitler. Someone is, doesn't mean that they're from there, but you've definitely got control. It could be a mother. Oh dear, yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm a Pisces. Have you gone through the same scenario as what I've gone through? Yep. I'm hearing chap. You're right, chap. Yes, and we call people chap from here. You're right, chap. How you getting on, chap? Yeah, I'm right, chap. Or Chapman, the name Chapman or Chappy. Chap. Definitely hearing Chappy. Or Chippy, like a chippy. Someone that's chipping away at something, right? So you could have the 8 of coins. Chick. I'm also hearing chick. 1, 2. Someone could be a DJ or something, or checking something. Could be to do with the medical services, something, checking. They're constantly checking up again. No control. We don't have any of that around Pisces. Someone's going to keep checking up on you, Pisces. Hopefully it's not their mother. But checking up, like, well, I'm just checking up. Listen, I'm not at a checkout unless you are working at a checkout. It's like, hello, hello, Tesco's. Is anyone from Britain here? Have you ever seen Phone Jacker? Wow, I mean, it's not on anymore. But this guy gets stuck in a lift. And the guy is on like a headset and he makes up the fact that he's actually the person that's stuck in the lift, and he rings, hello? Yeah, I'm stuck in a lift, bruv. What do you mean you're stuck in a lift? Go, hello, Tesco's? Yeah, I'm not at Tesco's, bro. I'm stuck in a lift. What do you mean you're stuck in a lift? Oh, what, really? Yes, I'm stuck in a lift. And this guy is on the thing, just, anyway. It's not funny. Well, it is funny, but I'm just not. But if you watch it, it is really funny. Because I'm hearing these people on the phone like, hello? Like an interpreter or someone that's trying to interpret some kind of like language or something. So are people speaking in tongues? Or are you tongue twisting something? Twisting. Like someone's like twist and shout. Again, someone's shouting. Don't listen to people that are shouting and screaming, Pisces, because I'm definitely hearing ranting and raving, because raving is the boxes and stuff. Ranting, raving and shouting and screaming. Unless you've got kids, but it depends how old they are. But I'm definitely hearing ranting and raving, screaming and shouting. Why are people screaming? Being screened. People are being screened. So there are screens. So that came up in another one where I said, Changing Lanes. A great song by Stereophonics, Changing Lanes. Wow, what a riff, man. But I actually play that on guitar. I haven't played it for a while. But Changing Lanes, so Cancerian. And it was something to do with like aisles and lanes in shops. And you've got to have like a lane here and a lane here and a lane here. So it's either driving, or it means a Cancerian, or it is lanes. You each have your own lane, or the name Elaine. Okay, Lanny. I'm also picking up Nanny, Lanny. Oh, we've gone through these so many times. Watch your Sun, Moon, Rising of Venus, Pisces. So that's your channel messages that have literally galactically come out of nowhere. Something is going to come out of nowhere, Pisces. Be careful around driving. Something's going to happen. It's going to come out of nowhere. What? Nah. So let's see. So I don't know. Wow. So I've literally just lost my flow. Or losing someone. You just lost someone. Have you just recently lost somebody? I'm kind of going cold and I'm trying not to pay attention to that energy. But they're saying that you could have just lost someone, that you physically could have just lost someone. No, this is really not a future prediction. But you could have lost somebody. Okay? And that... okay. I think I know what this is. Okay, so you could have just lost someone. Okay? Like physically lost someone. And if you have... it might be the fact that you're going through the memories, through the boxes that you're packing up of this person that you lost. Now, some of you, that's because the children have left and the same messages. But for the people that may have lost, oh, wow, okay, here we go, being a medium. Yeah, wow. Ooh, okay, so they're present. That's the present. So they left you a present, more than likely. Someone left you a present. Okay, so the person that you may have lost, you may be going through some of their memories of, like, this could be an elderly person that you lost, and that you're going through the boxes and things like that to pack up all of their, because I'm seeing like China and like very old artifacts and things like that of, there could be a grandma or a grandparent or something that you lost, and they had all of this stuff, and you're kind of like wrapping it all up and putting it into the loft in order to keep it and going through the stuff that needs to be thrown out or kept. Okay? And you might have missed a present. It's something to do with like Mr. Windows, Mr. Present, Mr. President, Mr. President. Okay, so the President is going to do something. President. So it's lucky that we have Prime Minister and not President. Something to do with the President. Again, the presidential suite or the President. Well, President... Well, I nearly said President Bush. Unless something does happen with President Bush. So I'll just say that just in case. I know your president isn't President Bush anymore. but now you've got Donald Trump, right? Okay, so... yeah, there's something to do with... I don't know, they keep saying that someone's Bush. It's either President Bush or a Bush. Like, oh, okay, I'm seeing... Okay, someone's definitely watching that could be Chinese. Because I'm seeing like a tree. What do they call them? Wow, what's the... really... I mean, I would love one of those. They're really expensive, though. The bonsai tree. Bonsai tree. Like bonsais. Yeah, so I'm going to leave those ones there, though, for the people where I said that you could have lost someone, and the things that you're packing up are the belongings of someone. We'll just leave it at that. Okay, the person that you're said goodbye to, or that you've lost, if it's possible that you're packing things up just to say goodbye. Okay, so we're going to leave it at that. Okay, so let's look into your past. So my visions and my channel messages, they get interfered with when I start looking at cards. Okay, so what we do is, if these change for you, these are going to be life-changing events and things that can't be avoided, unfortunately. Of what I've learned by predictions is that even predictions that have come up for myself, when it's happened, I've looked back on my own channel messages and gone, shoulda knew, shoulda, woulda, coulda, nulda, but no. Again, Chunk, I got pictures of your mum. So, what? Someone's got pictures. Again, that came through Sagittarius reading a little while ago. Aquarius reading. It was. I got some pictures of your mum. Why on earth have people got pictures of their mum? Oh, okay, sorry. Why is that? Okay, so there's something phallic that's going on about pictures. Okay, so we're going to leave that one because, excuse my spirits, the way they talk to me of how I just relate it to. This is pictures of your mum, that you could have lost your mum, that you could have really lost your mum, and it was your mum that you lost. And you're going through that, and that's the pictures. Okay, that's the pictures. Okay, so I do apologise for my ignorance. Because some of you have got these pictures of someone, all right? So we're going to leave that one there. I mean, when I channel a deceased loved one, you can channel like 2 or 3 or 4 at once. I don't know if you've ever been to see a clairvoyant. But when you do that, and I've done it for people in the past, but I've been presently in front of them, I've had like both of these people's mother, really, that were contacting me at once. And the messages I had to figure out for each individual person. And after 10 minutes, both of these people are in tears, man, because I'm channeling both of their parents. And it was to do with the watch. She was a Scorpio, actually, and it was to do with the watch. And it might be coming through of yours, that it was a watch. Okay, yeah, that's there. Okay, so it was a watch. A watch. So some of you have this gift or a present of a watch or something. A watch, stopwatch, like a stopwatch. It's like those old stopwatches, and you open it and it's got it's got a picture. Wow, wow. You're getting some messages, Pisces. So an old stopwatch, and you open it. Oh, okay, this is where the old empath bit comes into play, where you start connecting with someone's feelings. Oh. I don't know, a good old cup of coffee to wash the feelings away, right? A stopwatch, and you open it, and there's a picture of your mum there, or the person, okay, and it's like an old, not a grandfather clock. Could be, okay, they're saying it could be a grandfather and grandmother. Some of you it's different, okay, and it's a clock, and it's a grandfather or a grandfather clock, or it means a grandfather, and it's a clock. Or it could be a stopwatch, and it opens and there's a watch and then there's a picture inside of it. Okay. There you go. Hope everybody's all right. So what I was saying is when I channel messages, that's what I'm saying, they kind of come through like that. It's just some kind of like momentarily lapse of just an energy of it's felt and a message, and you figure them out, and I mean, I don't know about other people. I've always been known slightly weird, but they come through just slightly, and it's like an echo that I hear, right? And it comes through a little bit like that, one piece at a time. It's just connecting with Akashic records. It's just ancestral records. You connect with your own, you connect with someone else, you interconnect everything. Everything is interconnected, right? So when you connect the dots and you put them all together, it's obviously like dots that come through. Her name could have actually been Dot. Okay, Dot. Yeah, could have been Dot. Could have been cot death. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Was it a child that died of cot death? I hope not. Cot or deaf. Something to do with someone being deaf. Deaf, or the name Deaf, or Steph. I'm hearing Stephanie, or Steph, or Deaf. Wow, it's all gone quiet. Deaf. Someone's going deaf. someone that listens to music. Oh wow, that's wow. I don't know if anybody watching music knows of Andrew. What's his name? Andrew Wong? Was it? It's Chinese. Wow. So if you do, go and tell him that I channeled some messages for him. Is he a Pisces? Or does it? It might have it in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. But Andrew, I think it's Andrew Hong. I think, I'm not sure. Great person, brilliant person. Plays music and does loads for YouTube. And he's actually going deaf, slightly deaf. He's been playing music. Wow. Are you watching, Andrew? If you are, hi. How you doing? But he plays music, and he, poor guy, man, a great, fantastic bloke. I mean, I'd love to talk to him. He helps a lot of musicians out, but he's going slightly deaf, and obviously his whole career is to do with, and he is Chinese actually. I think. Sorry for my ignorance if it's not China, but it has heritages of that kind of thing. That's so ignorant, but yeah, he's going slightly deaf. Sorry, because people really probably are not interested in this if it's really not relating to you. It's just very curious that Andrew could be watching, because it's relating to the same message about deafness that seems to be hard of hearing or deaf to do with music, and that's the one person that's kind of come to mind that is come in my vision. That either one you're watching, Andrew, or you're not watching, and someone might be watching that knows of Andrew, or might even tell Andrew. Okay, so anyway, so let's go on. Show must go on, yeah, inside my heart is breaking. My makeup, yeah, something to do with makeup. Pisces, show me what's been going on with Pisces. Pisces, did anybody go and see Alan Stone? Alan Stone is also a Piscean. Go on, Alan! If you don't know of Alan Stone, please go and support and subscribe to Alan Stone. Brilliant. He sings Cycle. He's actually a Pisces, right? Brilliant, fantastic musician. You must have heard of Alan Stone. If you haven't, check him out. He's on YouTube. He's got his own channel. He's also on Spotify, and he's big up there. Okay, so he's climbing the ladder of everything, but he's got some fantastic songs. Definitely live. When it comes to songs, I don't think you can ever really beat live performances. You really see someone's talent that grows when they're a musician. And how Alan actually plays guitar and sings live is fantastic. It's just out of this world. So check out Alan Stone. Let's see. So for Pisces, where are we going? Pisces, 40 minutes channeled messages, really? Steve, just get on with our tarot reading. Let's see. So show me the past of what's been going on with Pisces in the past. Please show me what's been going on in the past with Pisces. So the fool's journey, don't be a fool and throw it all away, is pretty much what you said to someone. You know, this could be the trip and the journey of a lifetime. But you could have said to someone, look, you know, I want to be with you, don't be a fool and throw it all away. Everything that we've built up is still there. We have a new start in life. We have a fresh start. We have a new landing. We've just landed a new deal. We've just landed a new idea. We're literally here, you know. But outside is rocky grounds, man. There's the tower right in front of your eyes. So, you know, you're looking at all the devastation of what's been going on, taking it into consideration with possible partner, and realizing that there is now a fresh, new, brand new beginning. Now, if you have lost someone, in religion, really, this would relate to me very much of the boogle that cries through I keep hearing crying, but the boogle that cries through judgment, after judgment becomes a fresh new start of dark and light, of a path that you can follow, and it's down to you of which way you want to go, or where you want to go. Okay, so the choice is yours here. So we're looking at past anyway, but come on down, the choice is yours. But a new beginning, fresh start. It could be with the partner or without them. Okay, with or without you. So there was withering heights. There's a lot of music in this message, but withering heights. Okay, there could have been a new beginning that ended as soon as it began. This is over before it began here. Or Morgana, or Anna, or Nana. Someone could have lost their nana. Someone could have lost their name could have been Morgana or their nana. Okay? But it felt like that there is a new beginning. I mean, whichever way you look at this is a brand new start, whether it ended or not. Because this is end. That's the end. This is the end, beautiful friend. This is the end, my only friend. The end of everything that stands the end. I'll never look into your eyes again. You can't look someone in the eye. It's very difficult to look someone in the eye, okay, to tell them something that was over. Also, that was about a mother. Jim Morrison, and that song about the end was a lot to do with his mother and father. So there was something to do with the mother. A lot of you could have physically lost your mum or your father, or there was an argument that arose where there was a new beginning, but as soon as you started to talk, it ended. Okay? This is starting an argument and ending it pretty much really quick. So whatever it was, if someone did die, unfortunately, or pass on, should I say, it was very quick. It was very sudden that they passed on. Taurus. Could have been a Taurus. Could have been a job that you gained or lost. Okay? Well, I mean, it's weird how I interpret different cards through different readings. This is the relationship, though. There's a new, brand new outlook that you've got within the relationship that you are still in, I think. Okay? There's a lot going on at work where, like I said, that could have been what happened with me, working with children as well as doing all of this and music. But that happened with me. You know, there was an illness here. Hopefully the person didn't pass on. I haven't spoke to the parents, but bless her little heart, man. Such a sweet little girl as well. Oh wow, I'm really picking up some emotional energy. I don't know if you're just about to hear this news, because I just heard such a sweet little girl as well. Sweet child of mine. Sweet child of mine. The sweet child of mine. Okay, so we're going to have to come out of those, Pisces. So you could have gone through like of an illness at work and that caused this new beginning, and as soon as you went back to work, it stopped for a while, and that's either that it's done and it's ended. And I was on about the hiring and the firing, and some of you could have left, got fired, but as soon as you got fired, you got hired again, because this is fired and then hired, okay, to something better. But it might not be. It could have just been a momentary lapse of reason from Pink Floyd, but it could have been a momentary lapse of reason that something ended, but you've still got your job. You just got told, pretty much like what I did, that you can't go to school at the moment and you can't do that because you've got to have a test. I did, it was fine, but yet again, I still can't go back to work because the child I take is off, and Britain is all kinds of messed up at the moment. But let's see. So that's the past. So the relationship, you could have had an argument, okay, and it ended, but then it started up again. So you had a momentary lapse of reason. You tried to reason with a person, and then you come to some sort of reasoning. Reese, I'm also picking up Reese. Show me the present tense of what's going on with Pisces now. What's going on with Pisces now, please? Show me the present tense when I watch this of what's going on with them now. So me, I don't really deal in time, really. So this can relate to you at any time, really. Even though here will be July, here is any time. Okay. So at any time, this could happen at any time. Again, you got 10. You got so many beginnings in life here, Pisces, but exactly the same time as what Ozzy Osbourne wrote about when he wrote the album 13. The end of the beginning and the beginning of the end. Okay, the end of time and the beginning of time, where you are reborn again. Why am I going into a metaphysical kind of like time warp of endings and beginning? There's a move here Like I said, this is the packing everything up and sending it all off. Now these could be clients, people, or that you're like, man, I'm ready to move. Like I am ready to move, ready to physically go back towards here, because 10 is heading back towards a relationship and a marriage. So you could all be married and engaged and all of that. And there could be an engagement, physical with a ring, or physical engage, like an arrangement of engagement, meaning like we've arranged to do something, but we didn't quite do it. So, but you've got another chance in order to do it again. So you could be like moving your stuff over at this place and staying there for a while for a lot of you. Like I said, this could be the shop and the things, because this is the place of residency here of what you own as a business, or your home, or your job. Okay, and if you own a shop and things like that, this is you putting everything back into the shop, putting back into the relationship. But it's very difficult to tell through the 10 because they're ones. So it's a beginning. The numerology of astrology. Let's see, so presently... Oh, well. So we're not going to go in reversals. Well, I mean, that's good in reverse anyway, because that's avoiding the tower. Okay, but we are going to go upright in order for me to just channel through it. But that's an awakening. Me, I've had 4 over the last week. So that clocks up to somewhere around 60 or more spiritual awakening, headaches, low-down awakenings, visions. Oh, man. I mean, that's my life path number is 7. Okay? There's obviously numerology relate down to 7. And that's an awakening. That's a light bulb moment. That's an ending as a beginning as well. This is standing on eggshells, but this is also an epiphany or Tiffany. But this is an awakening, a spiritual awakening. Okay? When you're connected as a life path as this, you can have many. You can actually see dead people, right? So, I mean, this is the burning building. See, predictions of what I came through last month where I said, like, I predict a riot, and I said in Sagittarius reading, I predict a riot. Unfortunately, all the riots started. Okay? The burning buildings, world on fire. Burning, 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 like a burning building for some reason. Wow, one of my friends actually, his house just went up in fire and lost a whole lot. Fergie, I forget what is, again, sorry, because my friend's nickname is Fergie, and that happened to his house. It came for a Libra reading, but Fergie was also related to Prince Philip. There's something strange going on around Philip. And there is, trust me, if you watch that on Netflix. Something strange going on around the princess, Capricorn Sagittarius, I think it was, had kings and queens all over the place. But this is where, this is standing on eggshells around someone at home, generally, is where you can't talk to them. You can't get on the same wavelength. All of a sudden, boom, they just lose it, okay? Or you did lose someone. Let's see presently what's going on. Because there's someone that has a high temper as well. Scorpio energy, rebirth, regeneration, rejuvenation of energy, growing from an ending, learning from an ending, realizing that carrying this weight and this burden upon your own shoulders of blame is not the fact that you're the one to blame, it's just the fact that there is a blame game there, and it's claiming that someone around you has a high temperature or a high temper. Okay? Show me presently what's going on with Pisces. King of Wands. So you got Leo energy for me. Has been coming out in the last couple of readings. He's been coming out. This is also someone that could be in a same-sex relationship, because this person's trying to come out. Okay? Or they have come out, or they... Because this is a major, major, major sexual phallic attraction that you've got with someone. If it's to yourself, a self-explosive that happens to you do it yourself, that's that. If not, you might need some Duracell. Okay? So you might need some more batteries for something. So, but you've got a phallic connection with someone for sure. Okay? There. It's also happening at home, though, like the explosion of dynamics. Because that can be an attraction to danger, right? Please don't talk to me about law of attraction. Okay, you go towards it. It's you that finds yourself. It's you that finds your calling. If you answer it, your calling comes to you at the same time you go to it. Okay, it's metaphysical. The universe will always provide for you. The more you don't stress, panic and worry, you answer the call of what you're supposed to do, your calling will provide for you, the provider of energy. There's a lot to do with around parents. I just heard, I'm the great pretender. So show me for July for Pisces. Well, we've really got to get on. My back is aching. Inside my back is aching. Let's see. For July for Pisces. July, again, lie. Shall I lie? Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la, that came up. Shall I lie? Leo, for a lot of you. Okay, can't lie. Again, the mother is here. Be careful of this mother. Be careful of this mother. Again, here. Yeah, things are going to get very violent. You've got kings and queens. Okay, could well be coming through worldly stuff. But again, this queen is so guarded against anybody that comes at her telling her that she's doing anything wrong. So if you've got a mother and you tell her that she's doing things wrong, she doesn't take it into consideration with your feelings, which can be control and narcissism. Where if you tell someone to stop doing something because it affects your vision or it affects your life, to stop doing something, and they don't, and they enforce their opinion upon it, then they do it with violence, right? So it can mean that this person's so protective, but at the same time that you can't tell them that anything is wrong. Meaning, if you're doing something that's wrong, stop doing it. And if they don't listen, they won't. So you get into a very big altercation with the Queen of Swords here, because she's protecting herself from a child, but a child at the same time is protecting themselves from the mother. So there's a lot of passing energy of violent behaviour here, right? Because that's someone that wants to know about business. I want to know what your business is. I want to know what's going on. Hello, hello, hello. I mean, what is someone, a private eye? You know. So again, I want to know what's going on. What's going on here then? You know, this isn't the Spanish Inquisition in life. So people want to know about what's going on in people's lives. Again, on the vice versa side of this, you would protect yourself away from someone that is very violent. And the person that's asking has shed loads of questions about what's going on. Either way, your predicament is the fact that someone asks a lot of unruly questions that someone doesn't want to answer. And if they don't want to answer it and they don't answer you, depends how old they are. But this is like, don't answer me back. What do you think that you can do answering me back? I'm not going to listen to you anyway. Again, there's that. Speak when spoken to. Answer when I'm saying, like a question and an answer. You asked a question, I give you it. Doesn't listen. So you're like, well, there's no point in me going over the same old ground like Pink Floyd, right? So there's no point in keep doing that. So are you going to listen when I do tell you? But this person's so guarded and protected that it's like they don't listen to what you say. And if they don't, that means they don't take into consideration what you're verbally saying, which is don't do something. Right? Which is a lot of what people miss in life, which is the first step of life. Of the 12 steps of life, of the 12 steps of addiction, of the 12 astrology signs, of the 7 wonders of the world. 1 in 7, the relationship between you, your work, and your partner. Okay? Is the fact that, you know, this person's asking questions and they get into an altercation with them because people ask, knowledge is power. But again, you know, it isn't. Let's see. Because this is dynamics. You see, 1 in 7. It goes on in your karma between you and your parents and your relationship. And what tells me is that this mother is in someone's relationship, standing in their way of their relationship. Because this is like, well, you're not going out until you tell me where you're going. Or you just make me feel like you always want to know where I'm going. Me, I have that used against me constantly. And I do have a gaslighting narcissistic mother. Okay? No, even now, I'm even getting to the point what you do. You have those feelings again, and you start feeling sorry for the person and thinking, you know, their parents, that I have to, you know, and you do. And then when you build it up, bang, they mess it right up and they throw a spanner in the works and start blaming you, screaming and shouting. I mean, I don't want to go on about how bad narcissistic controlling behaviour is. But again, this is stopping someone from going out. Or if it isn't stopping them from going out or coming out, it's stopping them from doing what they want to do because they know that this queen is watching them, keeping their eye on them, or that they have to get through this person to escape anything. It's like a jail sentence or a prison. Because this could physically be the queen itself, the queen, okay? That nothing in life gets the say or the go-ahead until you get through me, here. And this is a message that needs to get through to this person. I'm not saying the queen, God bless her, but I'm saying, again, when you look at it as being a parent or a mother, this message doesn't seem to get through. Can't get through to you. Show me. Show me. Continue on this reading, please, for Pisces for July. 9 of Cups. Codependent relationship with the mum. There. 100%. This is the 7 deadly sins, even though it's the 9. 999 in Britain was a cry for help. Okay? So to me, this is greed in this card. Greed. Gluttony. This is part of the 7 deadly sins. Okay? So it relates to 9. So it's a codependent energy. So someone's very codependent in a family. Because I don't know why. People only say that the 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment out the book. Never read it. It's not. Wish fulfillment pretty much is 10 of Cups. As you've got everything that you need. Here, you've got everything that you need, but it's more of a wanting and needing energy, right? Because you need this person to get out your way. That's what it is. That's what it's saying. What I need you to do is step aside and get out my way. Here. That's the needy part. Needing you to stop. Get out the way. Stop stopping me in life. Stop putting roadblocks in front of me to make me feel like I'm needing support, or like I need you, where you're going, what time are you coming back, what time are you moving, have you breathing, have you used toilet roll, what have you done? You know, to the point that someone is so in someone's life that it makes them feel codependent. But they're not. Well, let's see. Pisces, Sun rising Venus. Makes this person feel unworthy, put it that way. Because I heard, well, I'm not worthy, we're not worthy. You know, you're not Foxy. Foxy. Or Roxy, I have the name Roxy. Or, Pisces. So again, I'm not talking to you. These are people at home that are not talking. People, Aquarius, they had real big energy of what I see in their reading that was to do with around their whole story is based on this month through family dynamics and stuff that's going on, of lessons to be taught around that. Okay, spiritually you can look at it however you like, but this is same kind of energy here. This is, I mean, look at the cards. No, I'm not going to speak to you then. Right? Now that doesn't mean it's you doing it, but the energy is kind of like, you know, this person is pissing on people's sandcastles and they're kicking it over on purpose because these two are having fun and this person isn't. So to me, it tells me that someone is in some child's relationship where these two are having fun and they're together and they're okay with that. And it's this person here that's in the middle that's kind of, well, what's going on down there then? What's going on? You know, where are you going? Are you talking again? Are you not talking again? What's going on in your relationship? And these two people are like, oh, bruv, have you seen it? Right? So, to me, visually, how you look at cards and read them, and not from a book, is that same scenario. Is that someone is looking down at two people that are enjoying themselves, that are younger, this is a younger energy here, of why these people of younger energies now are not talking to this person here, because there are physically either two people in this or they're brothers and sisters. Okay? I mean, where's your love life? Sorry, where's your love life? I think you got one, but what I think is that there's a mother standing in the way of the whole thing, the whole lot of it. Because this is like, I demand that I want to know what the answer is. I'm really not picking up on your love life. I'm kind of picking up that it's there, but I'm really picking up again like Aquarius, that there is more to do with family stuff and jobs that seem to be going on mainly for your reading. We're only going to know when I start to clarify everything. Okay, guys, so if you want to join Patron, you can. Again, I've got to go through it again, but it's my last sign, and then everything then after this goes straight to Tier 2. This reading continued on, goes to Tier 1 and Tier 2 on Patreon, okay? But after that, everything of the 1st until the 15th, where we break the energies down, and the 15th until the 30th or 31st or whatever, and channel messages, they only go to Tier 2. Okay, that's all. They don't come to Tier 1 or they don't come to YouTube. There's a few things that I do where I psychically pick up a card and pick a card and things like that. But mainly I focus on the people that are on Tier 2. Okay, you would also need to download the app because it makes things a lot quicker and a lot easier for people. And then I'm doing a question and answer as well, which would be, I have option A in life and I have option B in life, and if I took this option, what would happen? And if I took this option, what would happen? Or it will change throughout the month, or it could just change altogether, which is like, I've got this person and how do they think or feel about me, or the answers and the questions can change, but I will post something that's written and say to people, okay, what's your name, what's your partner's name, or what are your name and your two questions, okay? They won't be a whole spread. I don't want a whole list of people saying, okay, this is my whole back catalogue of my life and can you answer me a question, or something that's impossible to answer. It will literally just be kind of like general kind of questions, but you can ask a free will question because it will have to be two, option A, option B. Okay, so they're going up as well, hopefully, as well as the other readings should be there by now when these are out. Okay, if you want a personal reading or anything like that, you can reach out from the link below in the email. You can follow the Lucid Dream Tarot music or any music that I do. It hasn't been updated as much because some of it is on here and I'm going to have to find it and upload it on the other channel. That's just straight music, really, is the other channel. But if you do like any of that, please let me know. Everything is in the link below. Alright guys, thanks very much. Hopefully see you on Patreon.